I watched Silent Night, and it's the best action movie ever because it had action, blood, there was Christmas, it was John Wick. It was better than John Wick because instead it's a father and he's getting revenge, and it's very good. It's good. It's not boring. It's not pretentious. It's good. It's a good movie. Silent Night is directed by John Woo, stars Joel Kinnaman, and a bunch of others. They don't really matter. And tells the story of a tormented father witnesses his young son die when caught in a gang's crossfire on Christmas Eve. While recovering from a wound that cost him his voice, he makes vengeance his life's mission and embarks on a punishing training regimen in order to avenge his son's death. Hello, you beautiful movie lovers. My name is Louis, aka Movie Fandom, and today we're talking about Silent Night, the brand new movie from John Woo, who I haven't really seen most of his movies from. You may know him from stuff like Face Off and Mission Impossible 2. We got a pair of respects there to that garbage. And also Broken Arrow, but with his Hong Kong cinema movies like Hard Boiled and The Killer, which I haven't personally seen, but I do hope to someday. And anyways, this is a brand new Christmas action movie that, even with this being an action movie and Christmas, there really aren't that much Christmas movies that are action movies. The most for genre Christmas movie I would mainly think would be comedies, but outside of that, there would be probably horror, but action itself is kind of least. All I can think about is the first two Die Hard movies, or Iron Man 3, if you will. I don't know, count it if you want, I don't know. I don't know, like Violent Night from last year, which is the most recent example I can think of. So there isn't really that much Christmas action movies. So yeah, I was curious to see this, and now that I have seen it, I can firmly say that this is a massive pile of shit. This is your Christmas gift from me. Me complaining. I hope you like it. One thing first, though, I need to take off this hat. Like, that's just annoying me. But anyways, here's what I thought about it. First off, positives, when it gets to the hour mark, I guess, it does get less boring. It's not good. It got a little better, but still. I'm not sure that's... I think that's the only positive I can think of it. I mean... But this is one of the most pretentious, boring, dull, and just completely a waste of time movies I have seen all year. This is an action drama. An action drama. Okay? And I'm cool with that. I mean, John Wick, obviously, awesome movie, I love that. There's also a bunch of other stuff, like Die Hard, if you will, and many more. But this movie, I hated. I just did. Because of it. This is so pretentious. This is technically a silent movie. Because of the title, which admittedly this isn't even a silent movie, like No One It Will Save You from earlier this year. They barely say words. That doesn't really qualify for a silent movie. Like, because there are words being said. Like, in fact, I kind of feel like they say more words than they did in No One Will Save You, which, had about 90? Feels like this movie went over above it, like 2 or 3. Cause it's just, I don't know. Not mentioned with that gimmick, it is really bad. Like, there's an action scene, in the movie where they are grunting, like, they're doing grunts and stuff, and it makes it feel like it's a parody of itself. It feels so funny, but in the worst way. It just is so stupid. And I'm not saying, like, the main character should talk. I mean, cool. I actually do like the choice with him not talking, but with everyone else, the most we get from it are mainly songs and some, blurred out, language that we get. Like, we get some words in the movie, not like cursing, if I'm sounding like that, but as in, like, just people speaking, and it just muffles it out, and just some people blurting it out at times. And, it's not good. The acting itself is really bad, and at times it can be unintentionally funny. And Joel Kinnaman, he tries to do his best at times. He is way too serious. Like, he is way too serious for this role, admittedly. Like, cool, I do think he can play this off. I mean, I think he's pretty awesome, and I think that at times he does do a good job. But for the most part, anyways, his character is so nothing. Every single character in here is just nothing. There is nothing filled in them. Like, it's a it's a little teddy bear, but you take the fluff out of it. Something like that. Or a glass of warm milk, or cereal, or something like that, if you will. And it's so dull. Also, Kid Cudi himself is in this movie, playing probably his most embarrassing role in any piece of media he has. I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk to him. I mean, I love the guy. I love his music, Day and Night, Pursuit of Happiness, Leader of the Delinquents, even his movie Intergalactic that came out on Netflix last year, I really enjoyed, and I love the soundtrack for it, but his role in here is so cookie cutter, and his performance is also laughable, and many other performances in here are laughable. And the reason why I only said Joel Kinnaman in here is because, well, he's the only character to say anything about. Every other character are just background material, like they're NPCs. Even the main antagonist that wouldn't really be called an antagonist. He's just a regular, he's just a regular drug dealer, and drug dealer, stuff like that. And it just, I don't know, this movie just, genuinely. Also, with the action scenes itself, there are some cool parts with it, but even then it's poorly made. Like, there's one with... I'm not gonna say it, but it's unintentionally funny. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. I don't know why, but I've forgotten the name of it, the little window. Why did I forget the name off it? It just goes into someone. I don't know, that was like the most entertaining scene in the movie. Not mention the movie itself is so boring. It's so boring. It barely has anything to it. Like, I don't mind a slow-paced movie if it's well-deserved. I mean, stuff like A24, stuff like Hereditary, Midsommar, The Lighthouse, stuff like that. But, I don't know, it's just... I don't know anymore. I have no idea what to say, but I need to say this about the ending. Okay, I'll just say this about the ending, and then I'm done. I don't care if this is a bad review and all, So here's the ending. Spoilers if you want, but I recommend hearing about it, because I do not condone you watching this boring movie. The ending has a bauble little Christmas decoration, obviously. A giant one. Okay, yeah, there's giant ones. But before that, there's like a regular kind of size one, and it has a sun in it. He sees a memory of his son, like it's reminding him of it. And then when he's lying down on the floor, like, about to die and all, he sees memories of his son. This feels like it's a Christian movie now. I mean, the hell? And also and we see his son's grave, and that is Christmas present that he had earlier in the movie, or on his grave, which is a toy train, going around. And then we see the letter that he gave his wife that she reads. That is so funny that it feels like I would put it on iMovie. I mean, it's not as bad as what I would do with it, but still, overall, Silent Night, I don't care if this is a bad review, I just hated this movie. Please don't watch it, I'm done. Overall, D-. Don't watch it. So those are my terrible thoughts on Silent Night. What did you think about this movie? Did you love it, hate it? Let's agree, disagree down below in the comments. Come and tell me. You better not be entertained by it. But anyways, my next review will be for Next Skull Wins, and I will hopefully have my most anticipated list after Christmas. Thank you so much, for the 3 people who are watching. Sorry for that joke, but anyways, I want to thank you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, then Happy Hanukkah, or whatever you celebrate. Thank you very much, and as always, stay awesome.